Hello everybody, welcome. Welcome to Dad's Drafts. Now, before we get into drafting, I would like to welcome you very much. Now, if you like this channel, if you like what I do, by all means, feel free to just press the like button, subscribe, share, whatever you like. Now, before we get started, as you might see, my microphone is still crappy. I did, however, adjust the sound of the game so you can actually hear me make stupid jokes and other remarks, which I'm not sure you will appreciate, but however, I appreciate that you're here. Now, last game we went 7-1, which was splendid, and I hope we can do something similar this time. I do need to make a bit of a change in my mind because the last match I played was a match where I had to challenge myself and I didn't play really seriously, and our goal of course now is to rise the ranks. Maybe at some point get into the 100s of the mythic. Now if we can keep up that 7-1 and get a trophy, as they call it, it should be doable. Now it would be awesome to open a bomb of some sorts, but as our last deck showed, it's not something which is required to win. I think that synergy and cards working together well is better than opening a bomb. Now, having both synergy and bombs is of course the best option. What just happened to my table? Okay, well that's surprising. There they are again. I think they just... maybe they fell, maybe they had to go to the toilet or whatever. Now if you ever see me in the matches, my name in-game is Murph. I'm not sure, I've been playing ever since Arena came out, which was during... what was it again? The one with all the dinosaurs. And I've been playing ever since. I'm not sure why I picked that name. I have multiple nicknames in other games as well. Alright, let's take a look here. Some very nice cards here. Back for More is a good card, however it's multicolor, so I'm not sure if we will do that. There's some very nice green cards. Stubborn Borrowfiend. We had it last time, didn't play it because we weren't in the black-green deck. That's where it really shines. There is a Smuggler's Surprise here. Now, I think this is a good card, mostly because it's very versatile. If you want to mill some creatures and get it to your hand on instant speed, that's fine to do on turn 3. If you want to make a creature with power 4 or greater gain hexproof, or actually all creatures, that's also very good. So I think this is a very good card. Now if you can get to the late game, mill some cards, put them onto the battlefield out of nowhere on instant speed, that's just crazy. So we will take that. Not sure if we're going green, but for now just picking the cards which we like. This one is okay, but you have to be aggressive. Now Pillage the Bog is a nice card, but again you have to be black-green. We might go to black-green, but I don't think we want to make that choice just yet. We want to keep our options open for most part of the game, the draft. I think the best pick here is Longhorn Sharpshooter, though I just must admit that red is and not the best color in this set, and I am not the best player with red because it just invites me to play aggressive whenever I don't have to be aggressive. I do like This Town Ain't Big Enough as well, but I think we'll just go for the Longhorn Sharpshooter. Not seeing any great green cards, so okay, well maybe we should have gone for black-green early. There's an Honest Rutstein. Now this card is one of the only, or one of the few gold colored cards, multicolored cards, which I would pick first, because it's just a very strong card. Now there's also Rise of the Varmints, which might table, and if it does, we know that black-green is very open, but I don't think it will be, because black-green is the most drafted color combination. And we won't get many black-green cards, I think, from the other side, because we passed a Back for More to the other side, so I think someone next to us is already in black-green. Now here I'm not sure if Back for More is the correct pick. I like the card a lot, but maybe Cactarantula or Vault Plunderer are actually better. Now we didn't commit to black-green yet, we just have one card. So I think I'll go for the Cactarantula since it's in our main color. And we could always end up being green-red and splashing black for the Honest Rod team. Or green-red splashing black. So we'll just take that. Now, Tiny Bones Joins Up is not really a great card. It is with Honest Rod, but most of the times you don't have many legendaries. It is, however, an easy way for 1 mana to commit a crime. But we won't really be committing crimes, or at least not focusing on it. I think we'll take the Giant Beaver here. It's in our colors, it's just a very good card. Now, black does seem more open than red. Green-blue does also seem open, but I must admit that not every deck, blue-green deck, wants this dock. Maybe we just want the Festering Gulch, because the black cards which are here aren't the strongest. And Skullduggery is good, but as I said, it's probably better in the Crimes deck or whenever you have smaller creatures and we want to make sure that we have our fixing. There's a Soured Springs. Savage Smash is really nice. Red-green seems more open than black-green. And we have the Longhorn Sharpshooter, so I think we'll go with the Savage Smash here. And probably go green-red splashing black. That is a Gigapede. We'll just keep our options open. Maybe black-green is open enough. Wish we had the Back for More. Maybe it will table though. Heartless Pillage or the Overzealous Muscle. Black does seem open. I think we'll go for the Muscle. Now, if one of the Back for Mores could table, that would be great. I don't think people will play 2 of the copies, so maybe we'll get one of them. If we do, we will probably end up being black-green. But we would like some 2-drops to mill ourselves. We haven't seen any of those. The Vampires. Ooh. Okay. Now I will grab this Terminal Agony. I will take it because it's splashable either way. If we end up going black-green, we could splash red. If we go black-red, we could splash... black-green, we could splash red, or green-red, we could splash black. So I'll just keep it. Red does seem open, I think, somewhat. Buzzard is okay. Okay. Wow, this is a very nice pack. These 2 are just bombs. Now we're obviously going to pick this one. This one is also very nice. The person next to us would like this. This is one which I would also pick very highly. Because I know it's 2 colors early, so it's hard to splash for. But since green has a lot of splash options, it is doable. But the Harvester of Misery is just crazy. And the battlefield wipes a lot of creatures. Also our own, but you know, if we make sure we got some 3 toughness, it's no problem. I'll just put the red cards on the side for now. Really lacking 2 drops. This is mostly a 3 or 4 drop actually. Outlaws Merriment is very nice. Trash the Town is also good. Really not seeing many 2 drops here. I think we'll take the Trash the Town. It's a good trick for the late game, but it can also be very good for the early game. So if you have a small creature, for instance this Ankle Biter, you can just, whenever the opponent is tapped out, you can use 2 mana to just take 2 cards, which is amazing. So we'll gladly pick that up. There's a Vault Plunderer. I really need that. This is a fun card. I'm not sure if it's a good card. I think it can be fun in constructed decks. Also with the deserts. It could be doable, but it needs a lot to build around. Alright. I think we'll take the Mourner's Surprise here. Still not sure if we want to go splashing red. Those two cards are very good, but I think that one of those will probably table. I don't think we want to play it because we don't have that many mercenaries. Now we really need some self-mill, so that's either the Burrow Fiend or I think this is the card that killed us in the last matchup, the only game we lost. Target opponent's exile top X cards. That's a very good late game spell. I think it beats our red cards. And I think we could splash for that. I don't think we want 2 Mourner Surprises, especially because we seem to be lacking getting cards into our graveyard. But we really need creatures, especially 2 drops. So I will pick those highly. So at this point it's 2 drops and 4 drops. And some ways to fix the mana for that. I'm not sure about that. Terrible pack here for us. I think we'll just take the Mind Raider if we end up going green-red to splash for anything, or maybe black-red. But maybe we should have been in different colors, like blue-white, but I didn't really see amazing cards in the first packs. Yeah, the other colors are way more open. I hope our last pack will bring us some good black-green cards. Because we got the Honest Rushing on the 3rd pick. Take another muscle here. We might actually have to play this because, you know, we need 2 drops. And it's a way to fix it, but I really don't like this card. So I'll just take it, red being very open. It's a very late prickly pear. I'll just steal it from someone. Okay, so we're being cut way more than our last game. Which makes sense, as I said, black-green is the more contested color. It did seem more open at the beginning than it looks now. We'll take this Drake, not play it. So, whenever you draft, you want to make sure that you're in the colors which are open. Might actually have to play that card. The reason being, as you see now, the first few packs you can get some things, but the last few picks out of the pack you get absolutely nothing, or at least nothing of use. Now we have nearly no removal spells, but I do also love this naturalist. So I'm not sure if we want to take Throw from the Saddle above the naturalist. I think we do, but we really need a card like that. So I will take that one. Gladly take the Grizzly. I don't think we'll be committing enough crimes, but we really need 3 drops. And now 4 drops. If we can't get it to work, I might actually put in, for instance, Terminal Agony and splash both blue and red. We only need 1 blue source. You only want to play this very late. But there's just, that's a very late Hard Bristle Bandit and the Cactarantula. Both being very good, and I actually want them both. Now these are the picks which really make you, in my opinion, see if you know what you're doing. I think that the smart pick is the Hard Bristle Bandit, simply because we need the fixing, we need some ramp, and we do have some top end, but I know that the Cactarantula is better than the Overzealous Muscle. But we really need this card. There we go. Very happy to pick that up. Oh, don't want to get rid of you. Now, you can see that black-green is way more open now than it was from the other side. And we could play this, destroy each artifact, creature and enchantment with mana value X. Very situational board wipe. But I think I like the Hollowed Marauder more. So I will pick that. Another Naturalist, that's just awesome. Now, maybe we could pick up another way to get our blue mana. Maybe with the Treasure Dredger. My goodness. I think that's actually better than the Deputy. And I do see the Raven, but we won't be committing that many crimes. Love myself a Sterling Hound here. And it would be very nice if we could still... Oh my goodness. Red was very open. If we could pick up a late desert in our colors. Alright, we'll take that. Thank you. That would work. Now, I don't think we need to map the frontier. And our curves are not the best. So I'm not as happy with this deck as I was with the last one. But it will have to do. What we actually want to do is get to the late game. In a way. That's pretty much it. So we got some ankle biters which will help. It's just too bad that the what's it, the one where you all make all the tokens which have, you know, where the amount is dependent on the amount of creatures in your graveyard. Why can't I get the name? We would love to pick that one up. Now, since we won't be committing many crimes, I think we need to get rid of one Overzealous Muscle. But let's just do some... Oh, not this again. Okay, well, this is just a bug. I've had this before. You need to actually leave the draft. Then go back to your pack. And actually start building your deck all the way up again. So thank you for the bug. Not really appreciate it. I said one Overzealous Muscle out. Terminal Ugly, no. Geyser Drake out. All the red cards out. Savage Mesh out. That one is a higher card. We'll probably not play Map the Frontier. Not need that one, not need that one. Now we need to cut two more cards. These cards I hope to play at a later game. So that way our curve looks okay. Because if you look at this, it will say these are 1 mana cards, but they are actually 4 mana cards. Now our 3 drops are plenty. And I want to keep a high creature count, and we have so little removal. So I think we actually do need the Fake Your Own Death as a removal spell. And maybe we can get rid of one Ankle Biter. And we don't want to play the Canyon. And we have plenty of sources to get to the blue mana. So I think I want one less and one more green. Because we have the Patient Naturalist, which will get us probably a treasure. We have the Hard Bristle Bandit, which fixes. We have the the Treasure Dredger, which also fixes. So this should be fine. Now, as I said before, if you like this content, you like what I do, please consider leaving something, a like or a sub or whatever. And I'm not as sure about this deck as I was with the other deck. And as I mentioned, I made this channel mostly to learn from it. So if you have any suggestions in my picks, if you have any questions, do please let me know. Okay, Well, this is a terrible start. So we cannot keep this. So I will mulligan. This is better. We have the fixing at the start. We have the Vault Plunderer. Sterling Hound, we will keep this. Cactarantula will have to go, even though I know it's a very good card, but it won't be for 5 or 6 turns. Anklebiter, good card. Green Source, Treasure Dredger. I might just pop it anyway whenever I can, just to ramp. And also just to make sure that if we draw our late game bomb, we can actually get to it. I think I want to play the Vault Plunderer first. That's a very nice card, Gigapede. That won't hurt. Now next turn we can use the Treasure Dredger and the Sterling Hound. Life is a resource. Now I will play the Pylons because I would like to surveil. Don't need another land. I will then use the Sterling Hound again, or at least surveil again, not use the dog again. Now the Bandit, I don't think I need it, and it's just food for a graveyard. And we'll just go to combat, not attack. If they do attack with the Vengeful Townsfolk, we will block at some point. I don't think they will, because they want their creatures to die. No blocks. We'll just take one. We'll make the treasure. There we go. And that's the reason why we put stuff in our graveyard. Now I know I won't be returning the Hard Bristle Bandit. I want to be returning the Gigapede. Now, I think at some point we will have to attack with some creatures. So I will attack with these both. He will probably just block the Anklebiter and make the Vengeful Townsfolk bigger. But we can play the Gigapede during their turn. And then if we block something with the Gigapede, we can take it back with the Honest Redstein the next turn, which we will. I still do value this one very highly. I'm not sure if they're going to remove it. They're not. Okay, now they will probably attack. This is fine. We will flash in the Gigapede. We will -2/-2 the Anklebiter. It will make the Vengeful Townsfolk even bigger. But we can just block it. And we can get it back with Honest Redstein. Or with the Mourner's Surprise. Now, this makes a token. I think I want to use the Honest Redstein, because if they do kill Honest Redstein, I can just use the Mourner's Surprise to get Honest Redstein back. Now we don't have any attacks, I recognize that. So they will keep hitting us in the air. This deck really lacks removal, we didn't see much of it. So the flyer will be a problem. I think we will have to raise them at some point, especially if they start doing even more stuff to the flyer. However, they know that we can just attack next turn. Yep, even more flyers. Yep. They should have tapped differently. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. We have to pressure them a bit because, you know, they have the flyers. I think we'll just do it like this. We don't have any great targets, otherwise I would have done the Mourner Surprise and the Gigapede. But maybe we have to. If we take 7 next turn, and they play only the Ankle Biter, we can play the Gigapede, we can swing them back for lethal. Now we oh no, of course the Shepherd has Vigilance. That's too bad. Okay. We might just have to play the Gigapede to shrink the Shepherd. I think this is our weakness. We don't have much against the flyers. Sure. Yep. Now they do have lethal next turn if they attack with both, which they don't, which I don't mind. Now if they play the Ankle Biter end turn, I will use the Ambush Gigapede to kill it, so we can put some pressure on them. I think I will play the Ambush Gigapede anyway, but this is not looking too good for us. Really need a throw from the saddle if we want to manage. They could have the hexproof spell, which if they did use it would be something I would as well. Okay. That's not something that will help, but I think we have to try it anyway, because maybe we can get something from the Mourner Surprise. No. Okay, well, I think we just have to attack with everything, but I think this is game. Maybe they will do a block where they will lose a flyer, but I don't think they will. They will probably just block that one, and then take 9. And in that case, we would have lost. Or we will lose, actually. Yeah, don't have anything to take back which can block a flyer, so this is just a good game. First game is a loss. Now, that's just a part of playing. Losing is a part of it. Yeah. Flyers. The Cactarantula would have helped, but that's not something that we got. Would have been just too great to top deck that one. Okay, this is fine. Would like some creatures, because you want to add to the board as much as you can. Not that kind of creature, please. Especially because it's double black and we don't have that yet. Okay. We'll just attack. A damage is a damage. Next play we'll play the muscle unless they remove the bandit. And that's why we picked the Hard Bristle Bandit. Because it just makes sure we can do our plays. Would really love to get a swamp. So we can get in for 5. Okay. Guess we won't. Can still get in for 5 though, but you know what I mean. If we had a swamp, we could use the Gigapede to kill it. This is not the greatest blocker for the muscle, so if they probably have another play, but they have to double block something. Yeah, okay. I wonder what they're going to kill. Probably... If you see the opponent with these lands and the bandit, I think you should prioritize very highly to kill the bandit. Now I will just attack with the muscle. They might have the spell here. I think we just want to keep adding to our board, and we'll do that by playing the giant beaver and then taking back the overzealous muscle. Now, if we could get the swamp that we badly need, then this would probably be over soon, because this is going to get out of control. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this is just nice. Well, it is a pylons. We don't need that. Now we can play the Gigapede. I want to, let's see, they can block like that. I just want to attack with these both. And I know it's risky, but if they do block in a way like this, they can get blown out very much, because I can just do the ambush Gigapede, minus the 4/4, it becomes a 2/2, and then everything stays alive. But I think that they will just keep adding to the board, because they have many spells in hand. So if we get another land, we'll probably use the Villainous Wealth, which we can do X7, so X4 at the moment. Yep. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, they have a sweet deck. Now, maybe we can hit something very nice. They are tapped out, so let's just try it. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so X is 5. Wow, so many lands. But I would like to play that and play that. Can we play it with the... I think we can. Now, I think we need to get rid of the Geralf. Is it not without paying the mana cost? Oh, it's because it's a spree card. You can't play either? Well, that just sucks. Okay. Then decline. It's just a Sphinx for 5. Now our muscle has indestructible, and we still should be going aggressive. So I think we'll just attack with that. They will probably do some attacks, and we will probably take quite some damage. But our Sphinx is pretty much all we want. Very unlucky. Okay, very unlucky there with the wealth. I think we got like 3 lands. Yeah. And they will just jam with a lot, or even get more zombies. I must say they are very lucky with their draws. I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad playing badly, but okay. Full cost Hollowed Marauder. So if they don't have anything, they are on a 2-turn clock. I think we will attack. Now we just have to stay alive for 2 turns, which will be a challenge. And if they get an answer for the Marauder, that's very nice. Why wouldn't you attack? You have something. Probably destroy target attacking creature, or whatever. I'm just very surprised here. They must have something. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't think we would get there. That was the worst. I'm not sure why they didn't attack. They knew that they were going to die one turn later. Maybe they had a lot of faith in their next draw step. But we're going 1-1. I must say that was very close. But if you did actually see my other draft video, the one with the bad sound quality, even worse than this one, I mean, you know that those games were also very, very close. One of the games we were both on 1 HP. Alright, I will keep this, but really needing a green source. We can use the treasure dredger, but I prefer not to. Oh my goodness. That's not a card I want now. Alright, Razzle Dazzle. I like that card. Now, we could also use this to get our fixing if they at some point want to trade or remove it. I think I will, because I really need the treasure to get the Patient Naturalist on the board. Because that will get us some kind of mana. In the worst case, it will get us another swamp. Okay, no attacks. Okay, well, we can get 1 green mana, so we can't play anything else. If we had a 3-drop with green mana, we could. So we'll just pass turn. Quite unlucky with the land so far. At least these lands are clear in what color they are. I've seen many lands in other games where they just, the art is black and green, for instance, very close to each other. Also not what we want. Now I will do what we said to do, which is do the Patient Naturalist action, get us ourselves a land, hopefully a... Oh man. Well, this is a part of Magic. This does show you, by the way, why we do have the treasure dredger. Because it's just... this happens. Now I must admit it happens to us. I want to activate this ability, please. They do probably have some kind of counter spell. Oh my. So we have 5 mana. I think we'll just attack with the Patient Naturalist first. If they want to kill it in some way, that's fine, because we have Fake Around Death. Don't want to do any of these, because it can be a big blowout. If they have the counterspell, I want to keep up 2 mana. So I will do it like this. It's still a good attacker. If they have the counterspell to pay 2 more, we can. And this way we still have mana to fix or do the fake your own death. Like now. I'm not sure what they're going to target, but I'm surely going to use the fake your own death on it. I think the Grizzly. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Just 5 mana. Grab 2 cards, discard a land card, or discard nothing. Now, they can do that again, of course, with the lockpicker, which they probably will. And then have a counter on the Razzler Dazzler. Do we want to save that? They can play a 3 mana spell. I think we do. Simply because we want the mana. Resolve. Shackle Slinger. Now we will do some crazy attacks in a minute because they don't have blue up anymore. And I really want to use the Trash the Town thing on them to get us the cards. I really need a forest now. Please. Forest off the top, please. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's an awful combination. They will just keep us tapped permanently. There we go. Better late than never. Now let's just see. We can make something indestructible and still have 3-4 mana up. Yeah, I think we just need to start slamming. Okay. I will please have some cards. Okay, there's our lands. Now, the reason I'm just doing this, I know they can tap something and even keep it tapped, but we have to make sure that we have more creatures than they do. So they already used their, I hope, one of the only bombs they have. And, well, they're just going to use it again. They have a sweet deck. We can get to 6 mana. Use this for Access 3. Yeah, this is just... I don't think there's much we can do here. We were just stuck on lands for a long time. Now they will just tap everything down and keep stuff tapped for a long time. They will kill our giant beaver. They will not kill our giant beaver. Oh, they will. Just with another card, why not? Yeah. I think we'll have to do this one. Not attack. If they have a counter spell, it's just going to be a blowout, but I think it's the only chance we have. Have them attack. Use this one to put 2 creature cards from a hand onto the battlefield, which is the Overzealous Muscle. Now, if they attack all the way, I will just try it. They seem to be getting greedy. They probably want to tap that and go for lethal, or at least the Razzle Dazzler. Now, if they go all the way, we might actually have this. But they just... If they counter this, we're dead. If they don't counter this, they are probably dead. I want to pay 6. Please don't have a counter spell. Or removal. Submit 2. They probably can remove anything. Are we still dead? Yep. Yeah, well. I don't think we could have played it differently. One of the few blue-red decks I've seen that actually works. I found blue-red very hard to build a deck around. Now, as I said before, we were unlucky there because it took very long for us to get our green mana and even up to 4 mana. So it would have gone differently if that was the other way around. 1 win, 2 losses. Would really like a bit more luck with the lands this time. Still not great. I think I'm going to keep it. The reason being I can surveil hopefully another land or a 2-drop. Yeah, I think I have to keep that. I'll play that on turn 3. 1 second. Alright. Sorry, I'm back again. I'll play the Treasure Dredger. Now, the only mana that I will use next turn is probably making a treasure. And they're not going too fast either, so that's okay. I will play the Festering Gulch here. And make a treasure in their turn. That way we can play the Overzealous Muscle, which I think is fine. Can also play the Giant Beaver and keep our treasure. Maybe that's a better idea. They might have a counterspell. Let's just try the Beaver. They're both fine threats. This one has Vigilance, so it also protects us a bit. I don't think we want to attack. Don't want to risk a Skullduggery or anything. Yup. Well, that will stop our Giant Beaver. Now, if we attack with a Beaver, we can do all of these. But it will still die. So I think, am I fine with trading the Beaver and play the Muscle? I think I am. I mean, I do have some things which help me with getting stuff out of the graveyard. So odds are we will have one of our 2 mana spells or 3 mana spell to get it out of the graveyard soon. Trying to build up some mana for the only card we're splashing. It would just be great if they have some. They probably have the Ruthless Lawbringer here, or at least soon. Can you imagine sacking a treasure to make a treasure just to lose a life? Alright. We're just going to combat. I will not use the Trash the Town. They probably have the flyer that will kill it. Or not. They might just have nothing. Okay, they do. Yep, sure. It gets destroyed. Now we will play our forest because that way we can still use the Treasure Dredger. And this could be... Okay. Yep. Well, they don't have a counterspell up now. So we might just want to use it. So we ramp ourselves for 1 more. Depending on what we draw. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is 5 enough? Last time we were very unlucky with 5. I think we might just... We didn't play a land this turn. I'm going to be a bit greedy here. I want to use both of these on the Treasure Dredger. Get ourselves another land. Hopefully. Play the Hard Bristol Bandit. Now we have way more mana to play the Villainous Wealth. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, no. No. Oh. Nice. Well, I guess there goes our game plan. Oh, this is also magic. Greed is bad. Yeah. And as I said before, we are low on removal. So either we take our, we grab our, what is it? Back on the saddle, or our, well, that works. It's not something against the flyer though, but I think we'll just go for the beaver because it has vigilance. We'll just attack for 4. I know they will probably block because they're dying. Okay, it's just fine. Yeah, that was just sad. We're on a 3-turn clock here, and this will probably not go well. Oh, can you imagine? Humiliate. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the reason why bombs are not always the thing you should go for. I think we also had a very consistent deck, but the colors were not as open as I had hoped. Yeah, that won't do it. So that's a good game. Alright, 1 win, 3 losses. That's just too bad. That's not the way to go to the top tier. So I'll just take our loss, learn from it, and hope to do better next time. Now, if you like what you saw, please, by all means, I hope you did. If you did, then please leave a like, leave a comment, or maybe subscribe. And hope to see you next one. Goodbye.